डॉक्टर बाबासाहेब आंबेडकर ओपन यूनिवर्सिटी.
Good morning, dear students. I, Dr. Chintan Waghela, Assistant Professor of English subject from Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar Open University, Ahmedabad, warm welcome in today's session. Dear students, as usual, we are discussing a popular quote on education and then only we will begin the session. So, in the same way, I am just sharing one more popular quote regarding the education. The purpose of education is to replace an empty mind with an open one. Yes, dear students, education is the only element in the world which can help us to fill our mind, our brain with various knowledge, skills and so on. So, education must be important for all the people to live effective life. So, dear students, we are discussing the components and the types of essay part 2. In part 1, we have discussed several essays and its type. In the same way, we are discussing the several types of essay in part 2. So, the components of presentations we are having on the screen, the types of essay. Number 1, analytical essay. Number 2, comparison and contrast essay. Number 3, cause and effect essay. 4th, critical essay, and 5th is process essay. Let's start the number 1, that is called the analytical essay. Dear students, the title is all about the analytical essay. Analytical essay, it means that which analyze something, a literature and analytical essay. Analyze a piece of literature from different angles. An analytical essay is a type of writing that examines something in detail, such as a piece of literature from different angles. These essays usually have 4 to 5 paragraphs, including an introduction, 2 to 3 body paragraphs, and a conclusion. The structure helps organize your thoughts, but it's not the only way to write an analytical essay. Once you are comfortable with the basics, you can add your own unique style to make the essay more personal and creative. Let's discuss number 1, the effectiveness of project-based learning in modern classrooms, the role of standardized testing in education system, how technology is shaping literacy and critical thinking skills, the psychological impact of grading system on students, analyzing the gap between traditional and online education. So, dear students, here 5 different types of essay we are having analytical essay. Let's discuss next slide, comparison and contrast essay. A comparison and contrast essay is a type of writing that explores the similarities, differences or both between two subjects. This subject could be anything, books, ideas, historical events or even every objects also. The goal is to help the reader see connections or distinctions that might not be immediately obviously. In this type of essay, the writer might focus solely on comparing the two different subjects, highlighting how they are alike, and alternatively, they could focus on contrasting them, emphasizing their differences also. Often the most engaging essays do both, showing a balanced perspective that uncovers surprising insights. For example, comparing two novels might reveal shared themes, while contrasting them could show how their approaches to storytelling differ. This type of essay not only helps the reader to understand the subjects better, but also sharpens the writer's critical thinking and analytical skills, making it an engaging and rewarding exercise for the booth. In next slide, I have brought some essays on comparison in contrast essay. Number one, online education versus traditional classroom education, which is more effective. Public schools, private schools, differences in academic outcomes. Homeschooling versus public education, a comparative analysis. Social media versus traditional media, differences in influence and reach. Virtual reality versus augmented reality applications in everyday life. So, dear students, all these 5 topics in which we are having a comparison and the contrast as well. As for example, number 1, online education versus traditional classroom education, which is more effective. Dear students, as we all know that every coin has 2 sides. We cannot say that the particular type of learning or the method or the parameter is the best. We are having several possibilities and positivity in all this kind of learning style. As for example, online education and traditional class education. As for example, in online education. So, dear students, the very first thing is all about that you will get a comfort zone. Comfort zone in the which sense that you can attend any kind of online academic or any kind of activities by sitting anywhere. It could be at your home, at public place, or wherever you want. And traditional classroom, it means that the particular place where you have to reach, where you have to go and you have to attend the particular academic session, that is called traditional classroom we have. In traditional classroom, the main advantage is all about that you will get the solutions of all your queries and the problems immediately by asking several questions to your faculty member or the facilitator. So, that is the main thing that we have to keep in our mind, that that is one kind of comparison and contrast essay. Next slide is all about the cause and effect essay. Cause and effect essay. Let's discuss that what is cause and effect essay. A cause and effect essay is a type of writing that explains why something happens, means the reason, and what result from it, means what is the outcome. Often called reason and result essays, they explore the connections between events and situations, helping readers understand both the reasons behind something and its outcomes. These essays aim to answer the why and how of a situation, providing insight into how one thing leads to the another. For example, an essay might discuss the cause of air pollution and its effect on public health. By breaking down this relationship, cause and effect essays help the readers to see the bigger picture and to understand the complex issues in better way. So, to understand that which kind of cause and effect essay we have to write, I have brought several examples that you are getting on your screen. Number 1, the cause and effects of climate change on global ecosystem. Number 2, deforestation causes and its impact on biodiversity. The effect of ocean pollution on marine life. The cause of homelessness and its effect on the society. How poverty affects children's education and future opportunities. Suppose example number 5, how poverty affects children's education and future opportunities. Cause and effect. So, dear students, the poverty, first of all, that poverty will not help any people to get any kind of success in any field. So, the main thing is all about that what is the cause we are having, that is called that poverty we are having. And effect is that we are not getting the good education, good food or anything. So, here we are having cause as well as effect of the thing that is called the poverty. Next slide is all about that critical essay. I hope by getting the title and the topic of critical word, at least that you are familiar with this word, that is called that what is critical essay and what is happening in critical essay. Let's discuss. A critical essay is a thoughtful piece of writing that dives into literary works to assess their strengths and weaknesses. It's not just about praising or criticizing. Instead, It is all about digging deeper to understand and evaluate the work's quality, impact, and the meaning of the particular matter. Next thing is all about that writing is a critical essay, goes beyond surface level opinions. It involves analyzing information, exploring different theories, or examining situations with a keen eye, with a sharp eye and the observation. It is a process of questioning ideas, challenging assumptions, and forming well reasoned conclusions. That is the thing that we have to keep in our mind. And by doing so, the writer engages with the material in a meaningful way, which uncovers the layers of insight and offering a balanced perspective also. So, to understand the critical essay in more precise way, I have brought some examples of critical essays in next slide. Yes, number one, the role of media in shaping public opinion, the influence of social media on modern identity, exploring the impact of artificial intelligence on society, the ethics of genetic engineering and human cloning, and an analysis of power and control in George Orwell's 1984. So, dear students, all these 5 essays which are full of and the criticism, the role of media in shaping public opinion. The very first topic is all about the role of media. So, dear students, nowadays so many platforms of media we have. Which kind of media is authentic and the trustworthy to get the information? As for example, social media we are having. Nowadays that you can see that whatever that we are getting, whatever we are reading on the social media are not authentic. We have to make it verify. And if you want to make it verify that whether it is correct or not, we have to go for the official news channels where we will get the official information about the particular matter. So, that is the thing that you have to keep in your mind. Next slide is all about the process. You see, very first question, process. I hope that you know that we all are familiar with the process, the particular word we are having. Process means that particular thing or the action which is happening or already in happening, and we are waiting to get the outcome of this process. A process essay is a type of writing that explain how to do something or how something works by breaking it down into clear step by step instructions. Its purpose is to guide the reader through a process in a way that makes it easy to follow and replicate the particular thing. Next thing is very important, that to create an effective process essay, it is very important to highlight the essential steps which involve explain each step in more detailed way and present them also in logical order, usually in chronological order. So, that is the thing of that process essay we are having. In this slide that you are getting that some example of process essay. Number one, how to write a compelling research paper, how to bake a perfect chocolate cake, how to create a budget and stick it to, how to plan successful event, how to start a small business from scratch. So, dear students, here that you can see we are having the 5 best essay of process essay. For example, how to bake a perfect chocolate cake. For example, if you want to bake a perfect chocolate cake, you have to pay attention that first of all you have to get the raw material. After getting raw material, how to make it start. How then onwards you have to make a decision that which kind of ingredients that you have to add with its weightage and all these things. So, that is one kind of that long process we have, and after having this process we will get this outcome that is called the cake. So that is one kind of process we have. First one, how to write a compelling research paper. Dear students, when you have to write the research paper, please make sure first of all, the first step is all about that you have to interest. You have to create one kind of interest in the particular topic in which field that you want to write a research paper. After having an interest, you have to select an ideal topic as well on which that you have to write a research paper. And after getting this kind of title, you have to pay attention that in which direction you want to go. Because whenever the topic that you will select, it is very wide topic we have. So you have to create one kind of framework. And when you create one kind of framework, then you must be sure that what you have to write and in which way you have to write. So that is one kind of the element that you have to add in your research paper. And when you are having all these elements in your research paper, then only you can write a very good research paper when you can publish in reputed journals as well. So it is one kind of process we have. So dear students, I hope that you have enjoyed the today's session, that we have discussed the various types of essay. We will discuss the rest of the essays in our next session. So thanks to all for giving your valuable time. Thank you.
स्वाध्यायः परः